and his Bible study, we all come together to reason. That means right there and then there ain't no reason for no fussing. If one is trying to make something broad, then
No, I want.
for somebody to come in and you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because,
Well, I
yeah,
know. Well, no.
you know what
Well,
I'm saying?
well, exactly. Well,
Yeah.
I'm glad you said it.
Because ain't
Alright.
no one thing. It's
All
one
right, hold
person
on,
dealing
hold
with
on.
that.
I'm glad you stick up in, because I'm glad you bring up that part, All right, there's no offense to that, really, But here was the whole essence of it now, as we usually, we not see from then to now, see more we are black, that yeah, what might as well, sometimes we could grab a individual, because me just come from a teacher, I give a youth man down there on the flat, like a inspiration about far right, because it seemed like he ready and he want into it, and about some right just harder, same harder way, you a follow and I a follow, same way you would like to give him some conscious word, because the youth them a go astray these days in a gang and all them thing. So alright now, boom, you give him. There's a Bible study, I go on and a man dip on a Bible study or a group of a study way. Yeah, it's not a bad thing, it's a good thing. Where we know anyone could come into that lineage of that study and inherit something. Or inherit wherever they can get out of the conversation or the Bible study. You see? Right, but here we're going on now. So we not finished. Me only say now, instead of more time us be in a battle with ourselves, who we don't understand the Bible most time, and most of we don't read so much distance in it, and them things there. You have people now who don't even have an inspiration like the I, and know where Rastafari really is, and know the salvation that you have in you, or I have in I. So more time, if we can enlighten another ones, or bring another ones into that Bible study, you guys, and maybe even some children. You guys, but we more time meeting man a fight, even could have been myself. I just like the same virgin them who almost done me partially and don't understand the whole fullness. Still a battle with the same ideology all the time, which everyone and I don't understand. So we come teachers now. Because once we were students, once we have a lot of I and I in the chat like that. Once we were students, you were just like, we was coming, and then they just coming, and we was coming, and then we coming now, and then we know more and know more, and you guys be knowledge increase and increase. So sometimes that is where the whole judgment, this is where the whole full up is. But we talk about the order. See, this is where the order really is about. The fulfillment of a generation. See, it is more beneficial. See, than the one who just done already grounded. See, or the one who was really there than the one who is to come. Because one already there and one is not reaching there yet. And one is to come there. You see it? So at them level they may talk about. But no big thing. That's something where we just normal in a sense where you common. Supposed to be common in a sense.
You know something?
You see it? Amongst and I. See it? But you're not saying nothing.
Concerning that energy. About the ice saying.
Hold on, let me pull that cozy inside.
Run right down to inside and then make that speed up.
Consider this learning thing.
Nah, get me today now, we are going to burn him.
Concerning, when the man them say like, man have learned and, and know certain things. Remember, I've been out there for years too, with man.
See,
There's a lot of things man never knew. There's a lot of things out here have been uttered and was fresh to ones right now.
to one's meditation.
To one, you
like
come,
they-
come, cause they never knew
they never
certain
heard but certain.
iration. They never heard them iration, and they never knew certain truth in the Bible. You know, and about His Imperial Majesty still, even as being God. So people growing up here, they could grow up like in a knowledge, about and about like and keep seal in a certain iration. Because some people have learned it, not it, right? The same way like a person go to church and learn the Seventh-day Adventist or the Pentecostal. Some people have learned it from the mother, the same kind of like, churchy kind of vibe, not it. So, when they come around Rastafari, they get to learn the truth about Rasta and about who God is. So a lot of men never know who God is. As much as they will grow and gaining a knowledge. People could be knowledgeable in a lot of things. But in certain things of knowing who God is.
Yeah, and hey, no cut you too.
Things of knowing who God is, people ain't knowledgeable enough. They're intelligent enough.
Alright, this year I say a thing there a while ago to you. See? When he man show you something a while ago, right? He man mention a thing a while ago.
See me?
Well, he just been a black it to everyone I was seeing me. But it's like sometime, alright. This is you see certain thing, certain overstanding how a man wants to say something. We have to learn to accept it for what it is. Now, I will show you for instance now, like, because Aqua mentioned it before. You see now, like, I can't read in a book. I read in something. See, especially like the Bible, which is a book now, so as you go have it as a blueprint of a life, you probably read this book as is the salvation, is the only way to gain salvation, right? Some man see it that way, right? The Bible is the only weapon.
No, but that's not really in a vibe, not just talking. I mean,
well, this is when I show the eye. You cannot you cannot practice in something to not come in without having the thoughts of coming perfect in it, because that is the whole practice of it. So if a man in the Bible now, when me I say, a man will take 10 years for read the Bible or a certain part of the Bible to get an understanding of what he's supposed to do. Actually, no. I wonder if you over, because that is the purpose of the whole book, of the whole lesson, It's for you to read it now, and when you don't read it and accept it for what it is, it have an action behind it now. Just like how the man John say, okay, the Psalms 133 say in the Bible, love thy Yovaz. We are one brother, like you say. How the Psalms go, the 133 Psalms again?
Good things.
Yeah, how good and how pleasant it is for an brother and sister to dwell together in one unity. No, we have been reading this for years, and we have been elaborating however on these things for years. But the actions of it now, you find most of I and I don't have it like. Because we now have sincerely now do as the Bible say. No, that is a whole different.
How come we do as the Bible say?
As it say, like it say, just as me say, like it say, love your brother. Alright, even to the part where it say, love thy neighbor as thyself. You have to be, you know, Black Award already say, you have to be up into salvation. No, you have to be consciously now, sincerely now, can love your neighbor, as you love yourself. No, this world will be, because then we read that now, I read that now, and then I don't do that now. So if I could read the same, when me say no,
I could do that.
No, well,
like-
when me,
feel like-
hold on, Shani, hold on, 1 second. When me I say, if we don't do that now, and still find ourselves repeating, really repeating, reading the Bible and reading the same thing constantly now, in the Bible and reading the same thing over and over, and not even do the action part now, of what the Bible are telling us to do, then it don't make no sense. We just keep reading the Bible and analyzing.
We're just saying, analyzing still. We're telling you who God is. You see? We're telling you who God is. And you know, we're just saying, look, we look towards now Haile Selassie, the first now in the world. That's what we talk about His Majesty now. Because we know He's the God of the Bible. So we know sometimes, but so what we're doing now is not just like practicing, like we just practicing and just talking the Bible, but we're preaching the gospel unto you now.
Yeah, but hold
You know
on.
what I mean?
He that preach,
This something,
he have to,
this thing
but he that
you
preaches,
need to understand.
Right.
This is what He give us.
Right, but remember,
Something
you
that
know,
you need to
but,
understand.
okay, hold on. Remember, this thing is so terrible, because that's why the king talk about the preacher, the preacher man and sort man, because if you not being the one who preach the gospel, for example, see, for show the example now. Because if the one who preach the gospel, now show the example of the gospel, one's not going to want to listen to him either. Or one's not going to really take in nothing.
They're going to want to take it. Remember,
Because the one who preaching, that's why it have a problem now with the preacher man in the church. Why enough ones can even condemn the preacher man? Because the preacher man is preaching to the people and the pulpit and preaching to the people. Oh, love thy neighbor as you love thyself and this, that. But then when them see he now, I fight him own neighbor now, the next day or the next morning now, them you realize, well, now this preacher man just a preaching a vain. Because we not see him do the example of what the scripture is talking about.
Well,
so we not gonna knock, hold on, well, we not gonna knock nobody still. We not knock down each other.
Why is a man?
Well, if you know you are doing it. Well, if you know you are doing
I
it.
always demonstrate my.
Well, if you know it,
vibes.
yeah, well, that's what I
always
say.
it.
Well,
And that's what you're supposed to do. That's why I try to show the eye. You're supposed to just stay out here. This is what other man does do. You see? Well, this is what other man does do out here. What man does do out here? Man does just talk the Bible. You see? Man does talk the Bible and say this and that and talk more about the mouth. But Christ talk about in the Bible. Christ pull the Bible and speak in it. So that's what he do. And that's why they demonstrate and perform all the time. And plus I just revelate and I just teach them something that they need to know. Because they don't know it. So they need to learn it. So all these things I tell you I just do. I just don't talk the Bible. That's what you've been hearing out there all the time. You've been hearing men talk about in the Bible. Just talk the Bible.
so what you say, you manifest in the actual world.
Well, I know. Imperfect you have to be.
That what you learn.
Imperfect you have to be.
Right, well, I say, well, good, nice talking.
You know, nice talking is true. It's
Yeah,
perfect
well,
is what it is.
You're not perfect.
It's
That's
perfect what I say in it.
That's what you're saying.
That's the perfection right there.
So
you could say what you want.
no, if you say you perfect in it,
Yes, sir.
you have to know what you're saying.
I have to know what he's saying.
Yeah.
Because he's saying Haile Selassie is the father of Jesus Christ. A man out there saying, so who's perfect in what? Who's serving other nations?
I wouldn't battle with a man.
Who's serving other
You see, me is one man. I would not battle with a
What are
man.
you talking about?
I would not battle with a man.
So you don't know you're talking
Wait,
about them.
no.
I hope you want them people that in the world.
No.
You want them people who you talking about. Because you can't be me.
No.
Because you can't be me, my brother.
No.
It's perfection I show in the eye.
When I show the eye,
Perfection I show in
well,
the eye.
well, me can say all the years me see you go still. And me not see you do nothing bad. Me not see you into nothing.
You don't see me really. I don't really be out here.
You
You know what I mean? Either active, either active or progressive.
Right, so
You see me? I active and I progressive.
Right, you are trying your best.
Yeah, I try my best, man. I just do reality.
You was?
It's not about trying, it's reality.
Well, alright then.
You know what I mean?
All that to accept
that's what you have to do. That's what you have to do in life. You know what I mean?
Brother.
And them is the things about God. You really want in life.
I knock you down for that.
Ain't no low, ain't no time for lowness and laziness.
Right, good.
Ain't no time for them vibes.
Right, well you can see.
If it's God we dealing with.
Right, well that's what I say. That's what I say.
So them kind of things is what been going on out here same way.
Well, you know, me not knock
them things, you know, them things the Bible talk about.
Right, well you have a testimony still about yourself.
And it's fire.
But the next man have a testimony.
Don't try to hold it. Don't try to hold it.
No, remember say
because it's live and it's real.
Remember you are
and it's very godly too.
No, but remember
just like how you see like you see I and I, you see I stand up and you say, well okay, I see nothing wrong with me. Because it's godly things.
Right. Well, this is what I'm saying.
It's godly things I've been doing.
That's why I didn't knock you for that.
So
I ain't knock
you can't knock you for many things.
Because
anytime you see me, I always up.
I don't know.
See what I'm saying? I always moving up foot. I don't be down, loafing and things like that. So you have to say them things about Shani.
Well, yes, I.
You have to say them things about
me. Well, that's when I show the eye. If a man go ask me, as the eye testify, the same me that testify too about the eye. Me that say, well, yeah.
And loving God and knowing God and reading the Bible. And reading the Bible and showing them who God is. So, and telling them who His Majesty is. And telling them who Jesus is.
That's what I say.
And telling them not to say that Jesus is His Majesty.
You have a testimony.
Telling them that.
You have a testimony within yourself.
And that's what you're saying, but you're not following
which
the Bible.
Which make a lot of sense.
And you can't tell me
but
about the Bible.
But when I say, don't think say a next man might not have the testimony.
I don't know what next man have. I just telling him about the testimony. Like how we all start like this.
Yeah.
One say, many have the inspirations and know their things already, and they have the inspiration about who God is and who this is and who that is.
Yeah.
And I just break down. There's one God who put in the Bible that inspiration we should follow. Forget about all the inspiration that you think you have. That's why His Majesty saying, the God of the Bible saying, you see the wisdom, you see it come to nothing. All the wisdom it come to nothing.
So what come to something? No? What come to what truth. Is been right.
The truth come.
Alright.
The truth come, not no mystery or no science and
all the ingredients that it needed for the journey. It will take all the ingredients what it needs. That's why you see when I reason to a man, me not reason like say, me not have no sense. Or certain thing where you could say could not make no sense because one teach one too. Iron sharp with iron too. And I just so most of the time me always willing to reason still. You see?
Man, you could reason about something.
But
and a man come and doubt your thing.
Yeah, well,
and a man just come and doubt your thing and think like, well, there's nothing.
Yeah, well,
and then you look into yourself and say, yo, what are?
Yeah, well, remember the whole heights, you know.
And you know that what you're dealing with is true.
Exactly. Well, listen, well, within the whole teaching, you know, a Rastafari, as the I say, we teach the eye certain quality of life, you know. Within the eye, know the eye go know say, well, all right, more time you have the right and you have the wrong. You have the critics and you have the positive. You have people
concerning what?
You have people will deny certain things that you will not
concerning what?
Disagree.
I'm going to say something about something.
Yeah, but you have people can disagree, even though it had times, okay, you could say certain thing way about how you see His Imperial Majesty. Just like how just now you say, you think that His Imperial Majesty is the Son of Jesus, right? That's how you say it, right?
I say people should say, no, I say people should know that His Majesty is God, the Father of Jesus Christ. And I say they shouldn't
the Father of Jesus.
Yes, I say that they shouldn't take Jesus Christ to be Haile Selassie the first. We shouldn't take Jesus Christ to be Haile Selassie the first.
Okay, good. Well, you see, that's why you see sometimes we have to listen to each other carefully. Because just now a while ago there you kind of catch me there now. That's why me lay refer the sentence. You has. Because me want to make sure when me hear it properly. And the reason why me tell you refer it again because me now me not think you take you talk about Jesus Christ is Selassie Father. Something like that. You has, but then
the other way around.
right was the other way around. You has, which is mightn't be, which is I mightn't tell you I can't tell you yes it's the perfect way. Me you has, but me no say me no find no fault of what you're saying. You has, I might know your philosophy of how
Jesus Christ is Selassie Father. Who is your father?
no, it's not so. That's not how he said. He's saying Selassie is Jesus is the son of Selassie. See? No, I can see that because even though I cannot see the concept of the story of how they teach me, I can see it over for how it is. Because basically he is not greeted. He come like he is not wrong to me. If you ask me, me won't say him wrong. See, the only thing me might have said is the way how we see it, is how he might have seen Jesus. See, whether might be in a white man, in a white philosophy form, what we call European form, or whether he could have seen Jesus in a black historical form. You may say, or whatever. See? Because you don't know how the head of the family of the black nation goes.
Jesus was a black man.
Rastafari. So then, you see, I not say nothing when I really, I not say nothing really when I inside the package. Really and truly. That is why you see sometimes we just have to listen to each other because, but then now, an next person will just say something else different, in a sense, saying, which you probably would have said, figure, well, yeah, that's not the order, how you see it. But then, most of the time, no, all we can do, more time, sometimes, instead of even get the detail. What you say, Bala?
You can't see something when you don't know what you're reasoning about. What standard, what number, what alphabet you're standing on. You must see the order, what you're reasoning about, what you're talking about. It must be a reason for a foundation to be built. So you have to see the order. What you're going to build up.
Well, he declared one thing to me. Right, well, as such as was the same thing with the Bible when where I was saying you cannot just be over something that you already master, that you can do something different with, or you can produce. Well, you read and overstand. And when you overstand now, you do as you should. That's what me I talk about. I don't know if you have a different way to say it. Yeah, right. Something like that. That me I talk about. You get the input interpretation and then you move to the action. If the Bible say, if the Bible based on the ingredients, you know still.
That's why you see we can't done because head far ahead in front.
No, what me I say, if the 10 commandments that we talk about are the commandments say love your neighbor as you love yourself. Thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not covet your neighbor's wife forever. Oh God, well how you gonna do other things and say that you're following the footstep of salvation or you're following the footstep of righteousness? So which means me I say no. Yes, you get them things from the Bible, which is the ingredients or the blueprint of it, the foundation what you are talking about. You get that from the Bible now. And then you put it to use.
No.
What do you mean?
You don't have to get the foundation from the Bible. You can read
All that too, me no doubt that too. I will accept that too. That could acceptable too.
Come on the first level.
Yeah, well, okay.
Foundation built. But
You guys, Bob, you
Alright,
talk
yeah.
to you.
solid. You
Listen,
have to build clean.
Aye,
listen.
You know?
aye,
Bob, you a reason to you know.
aye.
You see,
Aye,
me,
aye,
me not
aye,
in
aye.
the, you see when me a reason, me not
Aye.
in the ignorant thing and
Aye.
way thing. You know.
Aye, shoot them, man.
So that's why me no say any angler man, any question a man asks, me can answer as Bob say. You know. Huh? Any question a man asks, me can answer.
Man is supposed to show you what is. We don't even understand. The interpretation that's
What interpretation you talking about? To interpret as the Bible shows us now. And that me talk about, you know.
about
What the Bible shows us do?
Huh?
What is Master say? Fulfill the 10 commandments.
Why you say we fulfill the thing?
Yeah, fulfill it, you know.
Exactly, that me a show the eye.
just like what the eye say. The eye say.
So we bring a
that's why
man.
The eye say, you know, God can communicate with you from the beginning. So that's why his mercy is called the word. That's why his mercy is called the word of God.
Okay, so you think
Because this is what he did from the beginning.
so you think you have
See what
any
I'm saying?
you think you have any
Communicate the
Let me
word
tell you
of God
something.
unto men.
Let me tell you something. And I will start even from my
So
example.
this is how we follow the 10 commandments.
Let me show you something, my brother. From you talking about 10
But man out there don't do that. Why you try to show the eye? I'm just talking
You
towards the eye.
can't worry about that.
But I'm just talking about in overall.
Yeah.
Because this is what we were talking about.
But
why man does this and this is why man and do
You
and do
can't
and
worry
this
about
and
that. You
See me
secure. You secure. You
I'm
know
trying
what
to
you're
show you.
doing.
Them
You
things
know
is why
what you're doing.
demonstrating out there and performing out there, and man don't see that.
Yeah, but you don't have to
See?
worry about that.
What me worrying about?
You don't
it?
have to worry about that.
I'm not.
Once you know you in the right lane
not
or you in
worrying
the
about
right track, you guys.
But man will say little funny little things out there.
Because
man.
let me show you
One
something.
little word of talk, you know.
Let me show you something now. You know it's over 30 years now and them things there. Me don't eat no flesh and them things there. So when you talk about 10 commandments, now we have people who it have the flesh and it have the spirit we man living into.
Right.
See? And sometimes that's why they say when a man say he righteous more than the next man, a man say time will tell with everything. Because as life goes on and as time goes on, everything will show and everything will come to light. So it must reveal under the sun that shine. So when me a try to say no, enough time, me a man might not hear next man testimony, you know. A man might not even speak up on his testimony same way we have. But then he have virgin now who was both physically seen and spiritually seen living this life of where we call righteous life or righteousness.
Right.
See?
Right.
And more time is by physical form and is by spiritual form.
Right.
Which means they don't miss the prayers, Jehovah's they keep up with the salvation. And on the physical part now, which we will call the physical body part now, where you do physical things now with the same scripture order now. With the same psalm saying, well,
So
okay,
why you come down to it?
love your neighbor as you love yourself.
Right.
No, we have ones we just reading these things and not fulfilling
So
them.
why you can't love your neighbor because you love yourself staying way?
Well, you
You
have
know what I
to,
mean?
well,
Because even my neighbor, I love my neighbor, even my neighbor eating me. Even my neighbor eating me, then I don't eat me. Why care about that? That person ain't keeping the commandments.
because listen,
The person want to be keeping the commandments. The person just going to be on a spiritual level, but on the physical level.
say that again, repeat it, just say it before.
The person want to be eating.
If a person
the
not
person,
eating
the person,
meat,
okay, yeah, okay, like you say, right?
uh,
Honor your brother like you honor yourself, right?
yeah,
So,
Yeah.
so I say, my brother now,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Eating meat.
yeah.
Is he following the 10 Commandments? He's far from God. He don't know who God is.
You cannot judge him.
No, I can't judge him.
You cannot
That's
judge him.
what I'm trying to tell you.
You see, hold
Whatever
on.
he's doing so
Hold on, you see.
spiritually, if he praising God, Really, yeah. Selassie the first.
Yeah.
In the physical world, when he moving on earth, whatever him a do, if he eating meat, really, yeah.
Yeah.
Selassie the first. This is why he didn't know me.
Yeah, because
why-
you
what
don't
goes into him?
responsible. You don't responsible for
Yeah.
his judgment.
But what I'm trying to tell you still, even if he eat meat, what happen? He ain't going to he ain't see the kingdom of God. He ain't gonna see the kingdom of God.
Well, listen. Well, listen.
This is what going on.
Listen.
But that's not what the
Listen.
Bible say.
Listen.
The Bible did not say that.
Listen. When you go to a gang, right? If you go to a gang, does a gang make a vow? Eh? You know what making a vow is? Sometimes the vow make to the order of the gang.
A vow?
And yeah,
To
when the vow make is to follow out the order of the gang, right? Any vow you make is to follow out that order. If you go to the preacher, go married and he say, love your wife till eternity, eh? And you say, oh, love wifey till eternity, said we, eh? That is a vow. See? So in Rastafari, as we shall say, we have a vow. See?
Bible
Some
say-
call it the Nazareth, some call it the Nazarene vow. See? Some see it as just a living vow. You see it? So then
Well, you know
So,
something,
as a-
I see Bobo them came down from the class. You see a lot of them picking up flesh. And fish.
see,
And he came down from the class. I saw the history still. And what do you say? The
Well-
man ain't saying Haile Selassie the first, Emmanuel.
well-
The man ain't saying Haile. The man ain't saying Emmanuel Selassie the
well,
first
that-
because he eat no flesh.
well, I wouldn't say that.
You see what I'm saying?
I wouldn't say that.
Listen, I went to a white dance.
I wouldn't say that.
We went farmers over 12 tribes.
Huh?
What are you talking about? I don't know. What about we
Living
talking about?
vow.
Yeah, the Nazarene.
You know what I mean?
The Nazarene.
Because remember the Bible even come back and say, eat certain
I want to
things
know
but
that
without
they
food.
eat
Don't eat fish but without scale. And things like that. So to see these things are in the Bible.
No, well, the Nazarene vow, you
See what I'm
know,
saying?
it can be choices that people have.
Choice.
See?
If you want to hold
The
it,
vow,
or if you don't want to,
the vow that I'm talking about.
that's where it come down to.
The vow that I'm talking about is the
Talking
vow.
about holding on them people.
No, the vow that I'm
That's what I'm
talking
not-
about, the vow that you make that I'm talking about, is telling the world that you is Rasta. Bala, hold
Rasta
on,
is who say, Rasta is Rasta.
hold on. The vow that you make of telling the world are you is Rastafari or whatever that your concept is, that you choose.
That's the vow they make.
Just take our ones me say, oh, them make a vow to be a Muslim. You see it?
You can't be a Muslim.
A man make a vow to be a Buddha. And I make a vow to be Rastafari. So within the order of that vow, it must be carried out.
Right.
Because it's the same thing as I said before, within the gang.
But you don't take